It's another Underbelly video. Here we go.
Alright, sit up straight, baby. So nice and straight like we're school. Yeah, you kind of lift your head above your head so you can see your face. Can you see his face?
I can see his face.
Okay.
That helps. All right, Haley and Corey. Haley and Corey, where are you guys from?
Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, Tulsa.
Yeah. And,
born and raised.
Tell me about your families. You grew up where? Oh, with mom and dad?
Yeah, with my mom and dad here and there. They broke up when I was like preteen, around my preteen.
All right, so I already see something wrong with this, man. She's pregnant. Her eyes, she hides higher than a kite, and she vaping. Continue. Carry on.
Married, divorced or whatever, separated. They weren't no good for each other when they were together anyway.
I'm vaping too, but hey, I ain't pregnant.
How would you describe your childhood?
I mean,
That's
wild, crazy, and fun.
Any rough spots?
Yeah, it was probably some rough spots. Yeah, when I was in jail, all the time I spent in jail as a juvenile and prison.
What kind of things were you getting into?
Robberies, breaking into houses, whatever, stealing cars, drugs.
What did your dad do?
Same thing.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, like father, like son, huh?
Yeah. Haley, tell me about your family.
I was actually, I grew up in Tulsa, but I'm actually from McAlester, Oklahoma. My parents were in and out of my life. They were addicted to drugs themselves.
Like
my dad spent a lot of time in prison.
That baby's gonna be having the same story. My parents were addicted to drugs. My grandparents was addicted to drugs. I'm addicted to drugs. Hopefully, this kid don't do that, and the kid can see this cycle and break them chains.
When I was little, and then my mom started going to prison as I got to be a bigger kid. So I spent a lot of time in DHS custody. Was an endangered runaway for most of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
And any rough spots in your childhood?
Oh, well, yeah, a lot. I mean, pretty much my whole childhood.
What kind of stuff was going on?
Just being took away from my parents, and I mean, it's traumatic.
They don't know, like sexual abuse, right?
Yes, a lot through foster homes and everything that they put me in.
Crazy.
Your membership is more than just a card. It's your gateway to
commercials.
Yeah.
Either you guys graduate high school?
No, I have a 8th grade graduation. I only like my math part of my GED. I think if I don't take it within a certain time, then all of it exits out. So.
And Corey, yeah.
6th grade. I went to about the 6th grade and I quit going to school. I was already on probation, juvenile probation, OJ custody. That's like
at that age, 6th grade, 11. My teacher, she told me a dub boy and a dub girl make a dub baby. Both his parents was on drugs. Look at him. Her parents on drugs. Look at her. They on drugs. Watch this baby. It's a sad cycle.
That's how they got it out there. It's like OJ, when you're a juvenile delinquent or whatever, you put your OJ custody in Oklahoma. That's how they do it. I mean, you got to go to programs or whatever. It's kind of like being a DHS, but for older kids. You get an officer, yeah. Yes, like get a probation officer or whatever.
I've been through Tulsa before. You guys grew up in trailers?
No, I grew up out North Tulsa, and I grew up out North and West.
That's one of these. Hold on.
And I grew up in houses, whatever.
So when you guys left home, where'd you go?
I went to prison. I went when I left home. I went to Raider first. It's like a juvenile penitentiary, kind of like how they got the YA up here. It's down there. It's Raider, Kojak, Union City, Manitou. That's our like juvenile offenders that are youthful offenders or whatever. YOs, people that are like the very bad kids, I guess you would call it.
How'd you guys meet?
At a drug house. At motels, yeah. Oh, yeah. She met me at a motel. When I first met her at a motel.
Oops, I'm sorry.
What is
we
your
had
drug?
mutual friends. I knew his sister already, but yeah, she was locked
Scratch
up with my
that.
sister. Yeah.
What is your drug?
Fentanyl, meth, yeah. Marijuana.
When did the hard drug?
Like like a pleasure worker. That's what we're gonna call them, pleasure workers.
You start for you guys.
I was 12. I was about 12.
Wow.
Yeah, when I first started doing meth, I was probably like 12 years old. I was 12, yeah.
How you guys survive? How you make money?
We just, hustle, whatever we got. Hustle.
My cousin told me working at McDonald's is considered hustling. Any way to get some money is hustling. So when people say hustle, that don't mean go out and go sell your body or go do something illegal. Hustling is any way to get some money. Cutting grass is hustling. Taking out your neighbor's trash throughout on the whole block for some money. $5, $10 a head. $10 every house. Every week you do that on the whole block or in your whole complex, wherever you at. That's hustling, not what they talking about.
Hustle means selling your ass down here.
Selling drugs.
Right.
No.
Right.
Selling drugs. I know I'm not pretty, but shit. But nah, selling drugs, whatever. And government assistance. Government assistance. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever we can get, whatever's kicking, run through the road, we can run on over here. California pays you to be here. Yeah. If you only knew.
Tell me about the face tattoos, Corey.
Oh, in prison you think they look good until you get out here in the world and you're like, damn, who let me put these on my face? Like,
is that what happens? You get a little kind of accustomed to your environment?
Your environment, yes, accustomed to your environment.
You
it's kind of like,
face tattoo would be cool.
Yeah, you're like, everybody's out and you're like, oh, that's gonna be badass. Yeah, well, in prison life, it is badass. Till you get out to the world and you got to face the world and you got to go get a job and shit. And you're like, oh, this ain't badass no more.
Yeah.
But I don't regret it because I got more since I've been out. I've got this on my face. This is the Tulsa skyline. It says Thugtown. I got her name over here on this side of my face. So I don't regret none of my tattoos.
Where do you guys stay now?
In a motel. Yeah. Well, they've turned it into like a shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shelter. They can get
crazy.
They have until you get housed and stuff. You know what I mean?
What do you pay there?
We don't pay anything right now.
Huh.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is he vaping and smoking a cigarette?
Like
yeah, look at this. He vaping. He's got a Raz bar. One of these Raz vapes. He's got one of these. I could tell by this right here in this this screen. He's got one of these. And he's smoking a cigarette. Crazy. Hey, shit's rough out there. Shit's rough.
They have until you get housed and stuff. You know what I mean?
What do you pay there?
We don't pay anything right now.
The only thing I do is vape and smoke weed.
We were living in a tent for the first 5 months that we were up here.
CBD.
And then these people called PATH, they came around with the mayor's office and housed us. Yeah.
What do you think of Skid Row?
Wild. They got have one down there in Tulsa, kind of like that, but they call it Tent City. It's like it's off the river and stuff, like off the river down there and stuff. And it's way, way, way littler than what.
Smaller.
I didn't really. Whenever people were calling it Skid Row, whenever I first came here, I thought it was a joke. But no, it's really called Skid Row.
It ain't no joke.
Yeah, it ain't no joke. Not at all.
What's the worst thing?
You can survive over Skid Row. You can survive anywhere. Does it say? Yeah, if you can make it. MacArthur Park. We live close towards MacArthur Park.
MacArthur Park's like a little annex to Skid Row.
Yeah.
Speaking of California's Skid Row, why don't nobody really talk about Denver, Colorado? Oh my God. There's so many tents out there by the dispensaries. It's sad. It's sad. And it's cold in the wintertime there. I don't think LA gets snow. And if they do, it ain't like how Denver gets snow. And them people out there living, lined up, tents all up and down the street. I don't know, man. I gave a dude a shirt. He was walking around. He ain't have no shirt underneath his coat. Man, I felt bad for dude, man. I ain't even gonna lie. If I had more clothes with me that day, I would have gave him a little something extra. Shit be crazy, you know what I mean? Like, people be just be going.
How long you been down here on the streets?
About 2.5 years. 2.5 years, yeah.
What's the worst thing you've seen?
Worst thing we've seen? I don't know. I've seen plenty of stuff. Like, they say stuff they do here, they do in Oklahoma. You know what I mean? I've seen it. It's not. Just more frequent here. Yeah, the most thing we see that's crazy to us is like the people being naked, like where we're from, you get naked, you're going to jail.
You'll be a sex offender.
No, the cops will roll by if you're walking down the street naked.
You ever supposed to show up to jail?
Literally, my first recollection of a naked person when she was actually a beautiful girl, young girl, body and all, naked as a jaybird, right outside these people's tent.
Damn.
And the cop pulled up on her, and so I'm like, hey, I had a shirt in my bag. I'm like, hey, can I give her these things? And he's like, yeah, she'll take them. And so I'm like, here, you want to put it? She's like, no, I don't want to put it on. He's like, she don't have to if she don't want to. I'm like, what? I was like, you're going to go to jail? And she's like, well, let them take me to jail. I'm not putting it on. So I was like, well, whatever. And I went on about my business. But in Oklahoma, you'd have been a lifetime registry, you know?
Yes,
For indecent exposure, it's a lifetime registry.
Yeah, down here you can get away with all kinds of stuff.
You can get away with all types of stuff here. Yeah.
It's like that's not that you get away with it. It's like, do they have more
You can't get away with shooting somebody.
problems to deal with in
Not in
little places?
California.
That's really what it is.
I mean, what are you going to feel like? We're going to
shoot
fill the
somebody
jails
in
up with
So
a bunch
many
of
people.
Or we're going to let all these, we're going to do all the killers and gang, because every street you go on is a gang. It's a gang. It's a gang. It's a gang. You can't get away from it. Like,
That's what I'm
everywhere
not used
we
to,
go.
yeah.
Since I got face tattoos that automatically in California, I mean, you're a gang member. If you got face tattoos down here, no matter what, you're a gang member.
And so we often, when we're walking down the street, they run up on us and stuff, and like they got weapons.
Oh, yeah, they always do.
Like, where are you from? Lift up your shirt and stuff like that. Like, so I'm not used to that.
Yes,
G-checking.
I'm just like, give them whatever they want, go.
If you guys had your lives to live all over again, what would you have done differently?
damn sure wouldn't have met her.
Shut up. If I to live my life over again, I mean, I made a lot of mistakes. I have no regrets. I wouldn't have picked up drugs. I would have learned from my parents' mistakes. Hopefully, you know.
You don't have kids?
I have 5. Well, I'm working on number 5.
Bruh. And you still ain't changed your life around yet. You working on your 5th one. You bringing your 5th kid into this. Bruh, if I had... How you got 5 kids and homeless, bruh? You need a job. You get a job and you got 1 or 2 kids and got custody of them kids. Get you a job. Your taxes will look nice. Do that every year. Your taxes will look nice. Especially if you're not in debt. I know people, hey, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 might not sound like a lot to some people, but hey, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 would help these 2 people out a lot if they was to clean themselves up and go get a job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 kids. Where are
We
the
had
other?
another one up here. We just had one 11 months ago.
My 2 oldest live with a really good friend of mine in Oklahoma. He has custody of them. And then I have one that I actually got my rights terminated on. She's also in Oklahoma.
Hey, anybody that's like this, if y'all don't want y'all kids, y'all doing stuff like this, can't work, can't take care of them, stuff like that. Hey, there's people out there.
And then I just had a baby. She's in DCFS custody right now, and then I'm pregnant again.
We're working on getting that baby. We're going to get her back though. We're working on getting her back.
Don't work on getting her back. Work on getting the crib and getting yourself clean.
Yeah.
All we're doing is we got to take the program.
That's what you need to work on. Work on getting clean.
Yeah, I've got one that'll be 15 in May, and then I've got another one that will be 12 in May, and then I have a 4-year-old in June.
15, 12 in May.
Then I have Cassie. She's a year this month, and then this baby's due like in the middle of August.
And you're still using.
Right.
Create your future
And you're
as a
still
film
using.
and TV writer.
Right.
Immerse yourself in character creation, story structure, and dialogue.
You would think that's your reason to quit.
Do you think birth control might be a good idea?
Birth control don't work when you pounding that shit.
Birth control. I've never been on birth control. One time, whenever I was a child and I had complications, I had a blood clot that was blocking the main
That's
artery.
like when you pounding that shit. Well, you should get your nuts clipped or something, because you trash too. I'm just saying, you can't take care of the kid. You can't take care of the kid. Y'all both need to be just neutered and spaded, like dogs and cats. Like, come on, man. Y'all people like this don't need to have kids. Y'all need to be bringing more trash into the world. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Come on. I hope these kids don't. I hope this one and the other kids, I hope the kids just don't be like this. I hope they look at this and fucking learn. Fucking learn. Don't even pick this up. If you're a kid, don't even pick this up. Don't even pick this up.
Harder to my heart from the patch.
But if
and
you
stuff,
do,
and ever since then, I just don't do birth control. And my kids really have been spread out until now. Like, I had one 3 years, 5 days later, I had another one, and then 7 years, I had another one,
I wouldn't even do this, though.
Yeah, 7 years and 6 years and 11 months, I had another one.
As a kid, don't touch this at all.
This will be my only 2 that are back to back. I'm done after this, though, hopefully.
What do you think of a country that it basically supports you guys to live this life?
Right, because I was going to say, California, they give me $834 a month just being.
I shouldn't have no kids watching my channel because my shit's blocked. It should be blocked. When I upload it, it says not for kids. It says that. I click not for kids. So my viewers should only be 18 and up. Period.
Pregnant. They give the average person $221. Where I'm from, you don't get that. You just get food stamps. We don't plan on being on government assistance forever. No, we're going to rehab, and so it's time for a change. We're ready for a change. I mean, I have a lot of history in my life too. There's a lot of time, not a lot, but
they always say they're ready for a change, and they never change.
There's some clean time in my life.
I know some of them that do. Some of them that do. But the thing is, if she wants to change, she needs to get rid of him. I don't think he's really ready to change. He's going to stay this way forever. But her, if she is really ready to change, she needs to leave him. Vice versa. If they really, really want to change, they need to separate. Go to rehab, stay in there for 6 months to a year. And when they get out, stay single for a year. Don't contact each other for that year until they've built themselves up, got them an apartment, got them a car, you know what I'm saying, got them a job. They don't need to talk to each other again. And they'll see, if one's rose and the other one haven't, then they'll know we ain't meant to be. You feel me? But if they both elevated, maybe they can, come back. Who knows? But like they say, old ways, old people, old places, old habits can cause you to relapse. So if they want recovery, they need to stay away from each other. And everything that had to do with their addiction.
Where I had my life together and stuff. Before she met me. Yeah. When I was like 25, She was like 13. 25, I was buying a house.
Do you have kids, Court?
Yeah, I got kids.
How many kids do you have?
I have my daughter. And then I have, she's 7. And then I have 2 stepkids. They like my kids. I raised them since when they was babies. So I got a son and
that don't count.
A stepson and stepdaughter. And
I got right there now.
My daughter I just had by her and another one on the way.
Another one on the way.
My other one, my 7-year-old, she's in DHS custody too. She got terminated.
Why do y'all mess with men who ain't like what's up with that? He ain't even got custody of his kids, and here she is messing with him. Look at them. Look at both of their eyes right now. Look at both of their heads. They both link the same way pretty much. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, you're terminated while I went to prison.
How old are you guys?
40.
You're 40?
Yeah, no, I don't look at her.
No, you look pretty young.
I know. That's that prison preserves you. I did probably about 15, 16 years in prison in Oklahoma.
And what was that for?
For gun charges, stolen vehicle, burglary. Burglary. Let me see. When I was in juvenile prison, I had a riot. So he bridged me over into an adult. Sent me to prison. That was my first time I went down.
Do you think walking a straight line is just not in the cards for you?
I mean, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's in the cards for me.
He had to think about that.
Yeah, I know it's in the cards when I make the choice to change. I mean,
when I make the choice to change, when is that going to be? You need to really be listening to this lady because he ain't ready. My friend Nick told his baby mom, like, or his girlfriend, like, hey, I ain't never going to change. I ain't going to stop getting in trouble and I'm going to keep doing this. So she made a decision to leave his ass. And I don't blame her. If somebody told me they was going to keep doing the same thing and keep getting in trouble and I'm trying to change, I can't change if I'm around you. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing for me to do is cut you all the way off.
yeah, I know it's in the cards for me. I'm tired of this shit. I know I'm tired of that. I know that.
It's in the near future.
Since I've been up here, I ain't been in jail or nothing, but it's a little bit hard to go to jail up here. Oklahoma, I'd probably be in jail by now. I'd be in jail right now, probably.
Yeah. You got to work it. Ended up in jail here.
Yeah, you got to either kill somebody or, you know what I'm saying, have a gun or a big amount of drugs, go to jail here.
Is it easier to be on the streets in this situation as a couple, or does that make it harder?
I mean,
no, it makes it easier.
I mean, in a way, in a way on certain stuff, but not really because, when I was with her, I had only one person take care of on drugs, and then I could get drugs free. Most girls give me drugs free, just like when she ain't with me. Guys are gonna give her drugs free. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do shit when you're a single person. So when I was single, so we gotta work for our shit. We think it's thieves.
I feel like it's easier.
Thick as thieves. There is no honor among thieves. Just remember that.
Then again, I feel like I probably. Well, no, I have a lot of time by myself too. I was gonna say I've always been with somebody, but I have a lot of time by myself out there.
She had a lot of boyfriends. What you trying to say?
No, I didn't. I've been in a relationship.
A lot of boyfriends take care of her.
What's the hardest part of this lifestyle that you guys are living?
Living without my children, I guess.
Living like on drugs, on homeless.
That's the only thing really that hurts us is living without our children, really being without our babies. Because as long as I got her, I don't.
The hardest part of this lifestyle is, I mean, yeah, living without my babies. Yeah.
Have you guys had jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I have a lot of history in my life where I did good too. Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking you might want to do again?
Yeah, we're going to rehab next week. Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're staying though.
Well, you're right. You're right. It doesn't mean that, but I mean, we have to if I want to get my baby back pretty quick. And
then some Air Maxes though.
You hear about college and how strict it is and how hard it is, and I felt at home.
I have to if I want to get my baby back and keep this baby.
I wonder what color they was.
I mean, I don't know. I've been having a lot of spiritual warfare, I guess. I'm a firm believer in the man upstairs, and I'm not getting any younger.
I agree with that.
I mean, I know I'm not very old either, but
I agree that they have definitely been under a lot of spiritual warfare. I agree with her on that. We all go through that, and once she can beat those demons, man, they both. Who knows, man? He could be the demon that she needs to beat, though. She looks like she really wants to change. He don't. I'm just keeping up.
I know. So realization of I don't want to go to hell whenever I die, and so it's time to get right and live right. Because I know better. I do know better. I do know that it's a decision I make every day to be the way that I am, even though it's an easy decision because I've always been this way. Getting my life.
Now, she can know exactly what to say, and he could really be trying to change, but can't because of this little thing down here, or maybe this. She got a good mouthpiece. You get what I'm saying? And it's keeping him. People can have a spiritual grip on you. You know what I'm saying? And it can destroy your life.
Life together is hard, but I know I'm capable of it.
You guys were together in Tulsa?
Yes.
Yeah, and what made you come out here?
Rehab. Well, it was an insurance scam that somebody else was doing, but I mean, they flew us out. We could have really done the rehab, but they flew us out here, and we left the rehab twice, and they wouldn't take us back a third time. Well, the dude found us another one to go to.
Nah, he smoked
the insurance guy did, and at that one, He ended up getting kicked out of it, and so I left with him. And we went to the fourth one we went to, the insurance guy would no longer answer the phone and give me my insurance information, and he still has yet answered the phone. For the longest, I still was underneath that insurance, but I could not access it because he'd done everything for me. I gave him all my credentials.
There's a whole scam.
It was a whole scam
related to rehab.
Yeah, related to rehab, and they got thousands and thousands of dollars for it. And I could have, like I said, I guess I could have been really rehabilitated, but I left the first time I left, seeing how easy it was to get drugs.
You want to know the crazy thing? They have hotlines. Not only that, I believe that you could probably even go to your local hospital, to a doctor's office, anything like that, or because it's gonna get documented once you know what I mean, go into those places most likely. Or if you don't want documented to your medical, probably go to a county jail. I know it might sound scary because you on drugs. You ain't gonna want to do that. But if you want recovery, that's the first step. Going and dealing with that any way you can. And they should be able to tell you, like, ask them if there's any rehabs that they can recommend you to. And they might have a list of rehabs in the area that they could recommend you to. Hospitals might be able to do it too and they might even be able to check out which rehab will take your insurance if you got medical insurance.
And so when I went back, I left shortly after, we got money, a little bit of money, and as soon as we got the money, we left. Yeah.
Corey, let me ask you a question. What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important lesson I've learned in my life?
You got to think
always run. When the police pull you over, always fucking run. Never.
See that's the most important lesson in his life. He ain't, look at her face. Come on now. He ain't ready to change. That's the most important lesson in his life. When the police are on you, always run. No. Running makes it worse. Just don't do anything to get to you know what I mean? To have the police involved. The most important thing is stay out of trouble, keep a job, take care of your family. You can't get in trouble if you go to work and go home. Go to work, go home. You can't get in trouble. Go to work, go home, take care of your family. People might say it's a square life, but hey, I'd rather live a square life than live this life. I don't care. At least I got somewhere to sleep. I got my own shit. Like, you got me fucked up. Like, I'm sorry. And I ain't gotta share a shower with a bunch of men.
First day you're gonna go to jail. Don't be the good guy. Just stick around. You probably got warrants. Better fucking run.
Don't have warrants. Don't have warrants. And let me tell you something. Don't run if you do. Go and handle that shit like a man or a woman. When it's your time, when they stop you, it's your time. Just go. If you got warrants, go ahead and get that shit over with. I had warrants. I've been there. I've done that. I've done that. I've done that. I've done that. So I could tell you it's not worth it. Don't listen to him. He's gonna make you catch more charges. You run, them police get into it, get hurt, that's another charge on your ass. So you could turn one felony or two felonies into 3, 4, 5, 6 felonies. Say you run over a bridge or run somewhere through traffic or you driving and a cop get hit. A cop and get in a car accident chasing you and they die. You charged with that cop's murder. You feel me? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
See,
All right. So we back with that video. I ain't finished it. I'm gonna finish it. I think my computer was telling me I was talking too much this time. So I'm gonna go back and let him give that answer again.
that's what I learned.
He jokes. He's like, nothing. Be serious.
Your fucking day, you're gonna always run. When the police pull you over, always fucking run. Never stay. You're gonna go to jail. Don't be the good guy. Just stick around. You probably got warrants. Better fucking run. Nah, let me see. The best lesson I learned.
He jokes. He's like, nothing. Be serious. To get him to be serious is hard as hell.
That's one of the best answers I've heard. I've done thousands of interviews. That's one of the best answers I've heard.
Really?
Run.
Run. Always run. If your gut tells you run, you better run your ass off. Never stick around. Really, yeah, it's true. It really is. I say that's about it.
John, what would you say? What have you learned?
That if you what's the best thing I've learned in life?
What's the most important lesson you've
The
learned?
most important lesson would be the fact that ain't nothing in this world.
They tell you to run, but you can only run for so long. Especially if you got felony warrants. You're just gonna be running for the rest of your life. You're gonna be looking over your shoulders, hiding, scared to live your life for the rest of your life. You feel me? You can't do nothing because once you do accumulate some things and get stuff, once they catch you, and once you get comfortable and they catch you, you gone, and then you lose all of that. So it's best to just handle it as soon as possible. Whenever they get you, you ain't gotta go turn yourself in, but whenever they catch you, just handle that shit, man.
World for free. If you want it, you've got to go out and get it. And the things that are per se free, come with tag. They come with a big consequences, so major consequences.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. I wish you lots of luck out here. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.